Ty, this is Heroes and Brews with Nerdy Dudes. We are your friendly neighborhood Beeroes, Kev, and Ty. I switched it up if I switched it up.
You did, yeah.
We got the
Curveball.
Heroes and Brews Tournament of Champions, not Contest of Champions, not to be confused with the app, the game, for the iPhone or the Android.
Uh-huh.
I messed it up last time.
That's okay.
Anyway, finals.
This is it.
We got the Avengers versus the original Iron Man. It's come to this conclusion.
Can't believe it's over.
The champion is going to be crowned tonight. Tonight.
This is it.
This is the championship.
This is the night.
We need to come out with a huge award, like this big trophy that we can't afford that's going to be like this high.
It's not in the budget.
Batman's going to be pissed because it's the MCU, it's not the DCEU.
It's all right.
It's all right, Batman.
It's all right.
He probably knows what we're going to talk about and what we're going to say.
We're coming.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Kev.
Uh-huh.
Avengers. Iron Man.
Yes.
The Clash of Champions is now.
It is.
Before we come up with our thoughts,
Okay.
speak a little bit. Give us a comparison.
Wow. I mean, it's tough. The first Iron Man, for the longest time, was my favorite MCU film.
Was the Marvel movie to see?
Yeah, it was the genesis of this universe. It started it all.
It was the first time Robert Downey Jr. was the Iron Man.
Yeah.
And completely stole the hearts of everyone.
He did, man. He really, really did. Brilliant casting.
A lot of my friends that I speak to are in love with that character,
Yeah.
with the casting.
Sure.
Because it's so perfect.
Oh, yeah, he made you love that character.
He doesn't even have to try to act. He is the character.
He is. He really. You're absolutely
Because,
right.
you know, you have some people that you watch on the movies or the TV screen where they have to try to be the character. He doesn't need to try to be Iron Man.
Nah, man,
He doesn't have to
just fell
try
right
to be
into it.
Tony Stark.
That's very true.
It's like his personality. Yeah. It's like his charisma.
Yeah.
That's on screen. He doesn't have to do anything, but that's what makes it perfect.
Yeah.
He just fits that role so well that he doesn't need to try.
Yeah.
And when you have that, that's what makes a character so great.
Yeah.
That's what makes movies so great.
Absolutely.
I mean, obviously, we're kind of past the time where the actors bring in people to the seats. It's more directors and stuff.
Yeah.
We've talked about this before. But Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man brings me to that movie seat.
I have to say, yeah, and it's kind of interesting that you bring that up because it's weird. Like, who would have thought? I mean, I guess it's not too far out of the box, but you know that people hear, oh, so and so's directing the film, I'll go to that, or so and so's directing the film.
Yeah.
And I think I'll pass this on this one, but I have to say, you know, Robert Downey Jr. has done his share of films, but I think Iron Man is his role.
Yes.
And it'll probably be one of the roles he's most remembered for. But the Avengers.
He is in the Avengers, too.
He is. Spoiler.
If you haven't seen it yet, he's in the Avengers.
He's part of it. With the Avengers, it was the first time that we got to see a group of superheroes coexist
From all different
on the screen.
sizes, of all different star power.
Yeah.
You have Hulk, Captain America, you have Iron Man, you have Hawkeye, you have Thor, you have Black Widow. You have these whole, like, ranges of superheroes that you know and love to, like, you're not familiar with, that I got to share the movie screen, and it's like, wow. These characters, their flow together, their charisma together just works.
Yeah.
And that's like, you never know because you cast these people, right? You put them in a movie together. They might be awesome in their respective films, but the charisma between each other within one movie, you never know. They might not flow together. Like, they might not have the right characteristics to be good with each other.
Yeah.
But this is the first time people are able to say, wow, Marvel casted perfectly throughout all their characters. Because we've talked about it. they had great chemistry.
Yeah.
Great chemistry when they're working together. They had great chemistry when they were clashing heads. Like, one of my favorite scenes, like I said before, it's a meme. Thor and Hulk get into this, like, this warehouse or whatever it was, and you see Hulk just punch Thor. It goes flying. Hysterical. No one knew it was going to happen because it was just so nonchalant.
Yeah.
And it was just such a Hulk thing to do that it was so perfect.
It was, man.
They had all those moments that were just so perfect to happen. And like we've said, the characters had their time to shine. Yeah. Each one did.
Yeah.
And that's what made this movie perfect.
I can't think, as far as the superhero film goes, this movie, out of all the MCU movies, there were so many moments in this film where I just smiled. There's so many moments where I was just so pleased to see what was happening on the screen. One of my favorite scenes, I mean, there's so many, but one of my favorite scenes is where they're on the ship, like Nick Fury's ship, and it has all of them in that room, and it's the moment where they're all like butting heads, and it kind of showcases a little preview of Steve Rogers and Tony Stark's battle with one another that leads to what happens in Civil War, and they showed it. Who knows if that was their intention? Knowing Marvel and how brilliant they are, it probably was. But to show it that early on, that these two are just not clicking, but when it needs to happen, they all come together.
Yes.
And even though I think Tony Stark, because Robert Downey Jr. is such a focal point to this whole MCU, I still loved how the Avengers, to me, Captain America really is the leader of the Avengers, and they did. There was a certain point in the movie where they were in New York, and Tony Stark had said to Steve Rogers, like, and I forget the exact line, but basically, like, give the orders, Cap. And I was like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Now Tony Stark is just like, you are the leader. You're the one that bring us together.
Yeah.
And
my thing is,
tell us what to do.
With Hulk, like, Hulk standalone movies weren't always that great. But within the Avengers movies, even like this one with Ultron, his character as like a feature kind of thing
is
perfect.
agree.
Has been amazing, whether it was Hulk versus the Hulkbuster from Iron Man, or Hulk just doing his own thing within the first Avengers, where he's like tackling everything in sight and beating things up. Like, it's so him. Like, you don't need Hulk for a standalone. You need that to introduce him. But I think the Avenger movies made him stand out even more, to be honest.
I completely agree with you. I mean, I know a lot of people thought, let's have another standalone Hulk film with Mark Ruffalo, because he was the Hulk that we've been waiting for. And I agree. I feel like once the Avengers hit, they finally got it. They got their Bruce Banner, and the way that they constructed the Hulk, his look was the best one I think we've seen on screen. And I just think that he... I don't know. I think I agree with you. I think he works as a I don't want to say a secondary character.
No. But like he's not strong enough to hold his own movie.
Yeah.
Because when you think of Hulk, he doesn't talk much.
Yeah.
He's this big brute that kicks ass.
Exactly.
I don't need to see a whole movie about that.
Yeah.
Like when he's coming into certain features, like when it comes to Thor Ragnarok, when it comes to the Avengers, he's a part of it, but it's an enjoyable part because he's doing what he does best. It's kicking ass, not talking much, and just doing what he does.
Yeah.
Like, there's not much you can do within a movie where it's Thor and have him talk as like Bruce Banner and try and like talk science because he's a scientist. Like, no, we don't need that.
Yeah.
And another thing for Avengers, like for the first movie, you got Loki, one of the best villains in the MCU.
Hands down. Yeah.
You take him from Thor and you put him on the Avengers as trying to take over. It just makes the perfect movie. So that's why I'm saying the Avengers is our champion.
And I'm saying the Avengers is our champion as well.
It's as simple as that.
The Avengers.
Kev thinks so. I think so.
Cheers.
Cheers to that.
We
Avengers
together.
is the Heroes and Brews Tournament of Champions champion. Well, Tournament of Champion, I guess you can say. Whatever.
Tournament of Champions champion of the Tournament of Champions.
Yes. And the first one ever.
Yeah.
So cheers to Avengers. Let us know your thoughts. Do you agree with us?
Is the Avengers the best MCU film?
Is it?
Or is it Ant-Man? I don't know.
Was it the Hulk?
Yeah, it was
No, it was the Hulk.
Yeah. Or is it Civil War?
But please, give us your opinions. Let us know. Thank you for watching. We really want to know your thoughts, so throw your thoughts out to us.
Please comment, subscribe, like, whatever you guys got to do. I hope you enjoy.
So do I.
Yeah.
So again, thank you for watching. We'll see you soon.
See you guys. Wait, what? Hey, are you watching us? Oh my gosh. What are you guys doing? You know, if you want to watch us all the time, subscribe, comment to us, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Heroes and Brews. Come on, guys. You know you want to do this. Beer of the week, topic of the week. Come on, guys. Follow us. Heroes and Brews, beer, superheroes. What more do you want? Check us out.